Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, good morning. It's still early here. So yeah, we're going live. This is Rose and Keith from the Office of Violence Prevention. So y'all come in. We're gonna talk today for a minute. We're gonna talk today for a minute. Yeah, that's all right. We good. We good. Okay, good. Let me turn this music down. Listen, y'all come in. Listen, like and share. Please like and share. We're gonna talk gun violence today. We want to have a discussion. We want you to feel free. Look, there's Julie. Julie just turned.
Hey,
Just joined.
Julie. Hey, Julie. Hey, everyone. How y'all doing? Let's talk gun violence today. Gun violence.
Yep. We know this is National Gun Violence Month. And so we want to talk about gun violence. So yeah, listen, y'all do us a favor, like and share the broadcast, and then we're gonna have a discussion. We want you to comment, we want you to like and share. You can put your comments in the discussion, and we'll be glad to address, maybe any questions that you might have. So we just want to talk today. We want to talk today. So we're excited to be here in Ro. Listen, let's get into some discussion. Let's see. We've got about we got some viewers online, and so we're certainly excited about you being with us. So let's talk. We know this is National Gun Violence Month.
Right. National Gun Violence Awareness Month.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how many of y'all got on that orange?
Yes, that. Wear your orange. We got your orange on. Listen, we want you to wear orange this month. Remember, this is our Wear Orange Month, so this is gun violence awareness. We want you to wear orange this month, and make sure that you post your pictures with orange. Tag our page. Tag the page. Go out and let us know. And bro, let's talk about our event first. Let's do that.
Right. So tomorrow we'll be at Del Rado United Methodist Church. We'll be assembling there about 10:30 to 11, and then the walk will actually start at 11. So we'll be glad to have you guys to come out and walk with us June the 4th, and then June the 11th, we'll be doing it all over again in Sherwood.
That's right. So we're going to be at Del Rado tomorrow. We'll be in Sherwood next weekend, and we think these walks are important. Let's talk about the history for a minute. Bro's been doing this for over a year now. We're a year and a few months in.
Right.
Yeah. What have you seen out there, Ro, as far as the walks? How has it helped people?
Oh, wow. We have been able to engage with the young guys out there, the young folks, the old folks. We've been able to help them with some of their resources. Some of the guys needing jobs, some of the families needing to be fed, some of the people just needing to know where they need to go to get this done and get that done. We have been able to help them, and also just listening to their concerns of what's going on in their community, and just engaging with them and just talking with them has been a blessing. Being able to talk to the young kids out there that's in elementary, junior high, it's just been a blessing to be able to share and talk with those young people about what's going on in the neighborhood, what they see different, what they see we can do different. Because, no matter how old you get, you never get too old to still learn for the babies.
That's right. We have to stay in a learning mode. And like I say, Ro has been doing this for a year and a half almost. And so it's been just good. And we're finding out that quality of life,
yes,
the needs, good jobs,
right,
what they need makes a difference when it comes to violence.
Amen.
And so we want your comments. Come
in, talk to us. We want to talk about gun violence. Yeah. Gun violence in Montgomery, Alabama. We see it's taking place all over the nation. And the last 4 has been, oh my God, too much. It's
been too much, and it is a national issue. We were talking this morning about President Biden,
right,
and the broadcast that we saw on yesterday, and he mentioned some initiatives that he wanted to see us accomplish, that he was asking Congress to take care of. And so those things are very, very important. He talked about banning assault rifles and the high-capacity magazines, and it's very logical. If you have more bullets, you can hurt more people.
Right.
And one of the things we found is that mental health is important. And a lot of these people that we see that are especially involved in the mass shootings, there's usually a history of something there.
Right.
And they don't know how to resolve it. They don't know how to work through it. And so they have these random acts of violence. So we think it's important that we talk about that. So he talked about reducing those high magazine guns and the high-powered weapons, and the background checks, the red flag laws, that if we have a person that has a mental disease or some condition that says that they don't need to have a weapon, we need to make sure we take care of that. And then even dealing with the gun manufacturers and the pass safe storage laws as far as the individual citizen and the gun manufacturers and all of those things. So we've got to do this. We've got to do this legislatively. We talked about the church. Both Ro and I are believers. We go to church. We do that. But it's more than just praying. Ain't it, Ro?
It's more than just praying. You got to do more than just pray. You got to do the works behind it, because prayer is dead if you don't do the works.
That's right. That's right. So, that's what James said. Faith without works is dead, being alone. We got to work. And we applaud the guys in the community like Jay Mays, the guys
Nick Rankins,
yes,
Jeff Jones, Pastor Nelson. He's still hanging in there after all these years. When he did Enough Is Enough, and he's out there with us. Who else we got? Lade Dodd, Eddie Crumpton.
Yeah,
we can't forget about Eddie.
Yeah,
Kanaki, Roosevelt. All these guys was already doing something pertaining to stopping the violence before we took on. So it's gonna take those people that don't look for compensation, but that's out there, that's giving it from their heart. And
yeah, one of the comments we have here from Tamika Collins says, yeah, I think that is good. However, you have a lot of people who are getting guns illegally, and that is a major problem.
And I think we heard one time you can go to the gun shows.
Yes.
Getting them, and if you got parents that's purchasing these guns for their kids, then that's another problem.
Yeah. And see, that's one of the things that we talked about is what's acceptable, because you'll hear part of the argument say, well, it's not the gun, it's the person who has the gun.
And that's true.
And that's very true. That's very true. But the access and the ease of them being able to get it can pose a problem also. When it's really simple for them to get guns, illegal guns, even when they legally purchase or get it illegal, we got to deal with the hearts of people, and we got to start caring for one another.
That's right.
And you're right. The illegal guns are there. There are ghost guns out there. These young people are not. They're not ignorant. They know how to build and make their own guns.
And the other thing is, we got to keep our cars locked up.
Yes.
If you know you got guns in your cars, I mean, they breaking in the cars just to get the guns. So keep your guns locked up. Any kind of easy access to get into your gun, you need to put it up.
Yeah. We have to. We've got to be careful of that. We have to make sure that we approach it from all angles. We're going to pray, but we're going to get out here in these streets. We need our legislators on here. We need our mayor and city government. And we want to thank Mayor Stephen Reed.
Right.
And our city council.
Yes, we definitely want to thank them for this office in general. And I definitely want to thank the mayor, Stephen Reed, for his vision for the Stop the Violence team a year ago. So thank you, Mayor Reed, for your vision, and thank you for allowing me to carry out your vision. And guess what? It hasn't been too challenging, but it's been good. You know what I'm saying? And when you get out there and you get to talk to the citizens of Montgomery just to see what they want and what they need. And sometimes they just want to see your presence. They just want to see that someone cares. And so we do care. So we're out there every month, consistent, and we'll be out there this Saturday.
Yep, June 4th, once again, this coming Saturday. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
at 11
Tomorrow
a.m.
we will be out there.
Yeah.
And if you got your orange,
Yep. Let's wear our orange. Let's go. Let's get out there and let's do it together. We're super excited about it.
And we're definitely excited about the message that's getting, that has been spread all over the city. I mean, we see somebody doing a Stop the Violence over here, doing a Stop the Violence. So the message is definitely out there, and we really appreciate that. So let's just get out there, do our part. Let's do our part. We can criticize all day, but we got to do our parts as citizens of Montgomery. Your way might not be my way, but no way is wrong if you're out there putting out some type of effort.
That's right, and we have to try. And to our sister on the illegal guns aspect, and we understand that. We understand a lot of people are getting them illegally. They're not of age. We got a lot of underage people who have weapons, and it's going to take us as the great as the greater part of society beginning to address it, so that they understand it's not acceptable anymore.
Right.
We got to get our communities where it's not acceptable on my block. It's not acceptable in my neighborhood, and we have to work on that.
And we are losing too many individuals to guns.
Yes.
We are losing too many, y'all. It is just so sad that some of the things that's taking place in other states it's heartbreaking. So we want to try to do everything we can in Montgomery, Alabama to prevent some of those same things that's taking place in these other states. So let's just try to get out there and help and see what we can do to make Montgomery a better Montgomery.
That's right. That's right. And it's going to take us working together. So we need the church praying, but we need the church walking. We need the church. Listen, one of the things that we challenge churches on right now is how many people in your church actually live in your community. Because we all drive across town and go to church, but we got to invest in our community. That's one of the things that I loved about the Enough is Enough campaign with Pastor Nettles. He worked on the community right there around him.
Right.
And when you think about how First Baptist in Greater Washington Park, Willie Welch, they worked on changing the nature and the complexion of the community.
That's right.
And so when we work together, we can make a difference.
Tamika, I see your comment where it said it takes a village. I just told someone this morning. We have to get back to not being afraid. It does take a village, but what happened with the village, some of the village got mad with people correcting. If you're going to get mad with the village, the parents, someone correcting your child that's from the village, then that's what went wrong. We can't get mad with the village for correcting our child when they do something wrong. Back when the village said something, your parents didn't get upset. Now the village, when you correct them, the village correct someone's child, the parents getting upset. So if the village can't correct your child and the parent gonna get mad, what's the use?
Man, listen, bro, you said a mouthful. That's important. It's individual parenting. If God, I want to give you an offering. I'm gonna pass it. I feel like passing the collection trail. I feel like passing the collection trail now.
Yeah, but that's the truth, though.
So
that's
true.
What's going on. Because if you know, back when I was coming up, the village could tell you anything, and if the village came and told your mama something, it was another whooping. The village now, if they go tell the parents something, they want to fight them and go all off on them. So it don't make sense if the village can't. I mean, it's just awful with
yeah, in some cases, yeah,
and that's true, Tamika.
That's absolutely right. And let's consider this, and let's go to my psychology background for a minute. It's really hard sometimes when we were talking to some educators, because we work alongside educators also. We've been in the Montgomery Public School System. We've been worked at several schools. We worked at our alternative schools and our regular junior high schools. That was the area where we felt like was so important, was that target group. And so Roe got the door open to us for us to go into some of the junior high schools. And in one of those meetings, it was something said that was interesting. We take a child that's got to be grown all the other day, all the rest of the day. They got to be grown at home because they got to take care of children. They got to be grown at home because mom and dad's out working and they got to take care of the household. And then we bring them into school and we ask them to be kids again. And that's a hard psychology for kids.
And that's true. And then in some cases, some of these kids gotta fight their mama boyfriend or they daddy girlfriend before they get to school.
Yes.
Just because, some of these kids in some bad situations too.
Yes.
And so, and a lot of these kids are just, some kids really don't want to be out there, but they're looking for love.
Yes.
And sometimes the streets might be getting them more love than they might be getting at home. Let's just be honest now. And I hate to say it like that, but I'm hearing that when I'm out there.
Yes.
Some kids really don't want to be out there. And but they ain't got no other choice because I can't get it at home. And some of them just won't love. And then there's a lot of kids that's trying to fit in.
Yep.
They're walking around with guns showing. The laws are getting too relaxed in society. That's true. I agree with that. Yes. And they was doing that before this law was passed. And the law really don't go in effect until
January 2023, right?
2023.
Yeah.
And I had somebody tell me yesterday that somebody told them that supposed to be in law enforcement. Well, they saw a guy showing his gun and they said, well, look, he got his gun. Well, it ain't nothing I can do because it's a law. And this was a law for that. The law don't come in effect until January.
Yeah.
So it is something you can do.
Yep. And we need to do it while we can.
And it was a child. So a child shouldn't be walking around with a gun that's under 18 years old.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of risk, y'all. But listen, I think that we need to continue to press and pray. We listen. If you want to partner with us at the Office of Violence Prevention, you can email us at violenceprevention@montgomeryal.gov. Especially if you have an organization that works with young kids, young African American males. Our target group, where we're seeing a lot of the incidents happen, is basically between 15 and 25. 15 to 30 is where we're seeing a lot of lives being lost. And listen, we're talking about gun violence, but we hear about so many other incidents of violence going on.
Right.
And that's where our law enforcement has to come in, and we have to respond to these things.
It's a lot of other violence that's leading to gun violence.
That's right. That's right. Domestic violence, sexual assault, partner-on-partner violence, all these things are leading up to actual gun incidents.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got to learn how to deal with conflict resolutions. Besides, always thinking we got to pull out a gun. You know what I'm saying? So everybody think now, I got to pull out a gun to protect myself. I got to pull out a gun on you or this and that. But I remember growing up, if you pulled the gun, they used to say you got to use it. So you don't pull no gun and don't use it. So I just feel like we need to just stop pulling out the guns. And I don't think it's nothing that serious where we got to take someone's life. You know, it's nothing that serious. Because when you sit down and think about it, and when you look back at some of these homicides, it was over nothing. He owed me $10. She said this to me or this. And everybody ain't going to agree with you. Everybody ain't going to say what you want them to say. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person and just walk away from that stuff, you know. And a lot of this stuff is these drugs now, these new drugs.
The new drug, oh, Jesus.
This new drug, sometimes this new drug is causing people to do stuff that when they do come back to life, they don't realize that they don't kill somebody or took somebody's life.
Totally.
I'm hearing those stories.
Out of their minds, out of their minds. And this stuff is causing so much mental disease and defect. And people are just, it's dangerous. But we're going to work solutions. We're solution oriented. I promise you. We're grinding. We're working, and we want to bring awareness again to the National Gun Violence Awareness Month.
And we're going to need you guys' help. Some stuff we might miss. So you give us your solution on how you think or what you think we can do. I mean, ain't no answer is wrong when you giving an answer. I don't think no answer is wrong. So we need y'all help. We don't have all the sense and we don't have all the educated. So we need everybody's sense because some of y'all see it firsthand. Some of y'all might be working in an environment with all that. But we're going to need everyone help to help take back our city. Because right now, every time you go to bed, we see something. Every time we wake up, it's a gun. It's somebody that died from gun violence.
Yes. And
it's a lot of young babies, leaving here due to gun violence.
Yes.
So we want to do something to stop this because I feel like if you 15, 16 years old, you should be enjoying your life.
Yes.
You should be doing the things that you want to do. It should be things you should be looking forward to doing, like graduating. Now, we got to just encourage everyone. Thank you, Miss Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Come out and walk with us tomorrow. Come out and walk with us tomorrow. We definitely want to do that. Miss Julie Beard has been a great support.
Oh, yes.
Oh, great support. She's going to be there with us. I think Lakita makes a, who was that made the comment? Somebody made a comment that I wanted to kind of follow up on there for a second. She said they
don't fight.
They don't fight anymore. And it used to be when that was okay. But violence in any form, I was talking to a church group in one of my early presentations. Violence has been with us a long time. It's been here. It's part of what we fight in our own nature as human beings, and we just got to work on it. I think President Biden said yesterday that gun violence is becoming the leading cause of death in our children today. And for us to be the United States of America, to be Alabama, to be the city of Montgomery, this cannot be our story. We got to rewrite this story.
Right.
We got to let each other live, and we got to become compassionate enough and show enough love to one another to teach our children to let each other live. We've got to do it.
And then if we see some stuff, I mean, on social media, like where
Oh
people want to
God.
go shoot up some, we need to bring some awareness because they might can't, they might be just talking, but we don't know that.
We don't know that. We're
So,
not sure.
because I know with 2 of those incidents, it was posted on Facebook, the grocery store incident, and I think the school incident before it took place. So if you see something like that, report it, whether they lying or telling the truth or not. But it can save someone's life. If somebody would have reported those posts, I'm just saying, it is what it is. But and I hate that. But if you see something, report it because we don't know what people gonna do. You don't know what people are going through that push them to want to do the things that they want to do. So let's report the things that we do see and not just take it lightly.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's a good point, Ro. We've got to do that. But talk to us. Any comments, any concerns? Let's talk.
But I do want to say this: in Montgomery, Alabama, we do well with the social media because when people do see something, they do bring some awareness. If somebody done got shot over here, they'll say, "Look, check on your people." They're gonna bring some type of. So I think in Montgomery, something going on at the school, it's gonna get put out on social media. So I think we do good as a city with that part.
Yeah. And we even receive notification from people when something's going on, and we're able to help. Now, one of the things I do want to say about our officers, we're not law enforcement.
We're not law enforcement, so you can trust us. We're not the police.
Yeah.
Now, I Stop the Violence team. We walk with law enforcement, but we're not we're the Office of Violence or not police. I know it can be sort of confusing, but it's not. We need them out there with us to help us when we walking and to protect us.
Yes.
So we got to have them out there with us. But our office, if you come here, it's between us.
That's right.
So
that's right. Strictly confidential.
we want to be a trust with our community, and we want you to be able to trust us, and we want to be able to trust you. We ain't the popo. We ain't the police, because I know sometimes. No, we ain't the police. We're going to let them do their job, and we're going to do ours.
Amen.
We don't carry no guns, none of that. So we're not the police, but we are people that you can talk to, and we can build some trust, and we can direct you to where you need to go for resources. Now we can do that.
Exactly.
But we're not the police.
Exactly. But we're going to keep working. And we ask you once again, this month is Wear Orange Month. It is National Gun Violence Awareness Month. The Stop the Violence campaign, the Office of Violence Prevention, we're working to do everything to make sure that everyone's aware. Listen, talk to a young person.
Yes.
Talk to your folks. Talk to your family. We know who has guns in our family. We know who's being reckless. Listen, we know who mad enough and angry enough about situations. We got to talk and work out of that stuff.
Because sometimes it starts right there, from a family argument, from a friendship. But somebody got to be the bigger person and step in and say, look, man, it ain't that serious. Come on, y'all. Somebody got to bring it all back together.
Yes.
And we got to stop letting people instigate and push us up and do all this stuff. And then you the one got to go do the time. And when you call back, you can't even get $20, $5 from them same people, that you just push you up to that mess. Sometimes just walk away from that stuff, and everything people say ain't true. You don't have to try to, confront everything. You don't have to try to confirm everything. Just sometimes being the bigger person, just walk away. And it's the little small things that cause these gun violence. Hey, somebody talked about me. In life, you're going to be talked about.
Yes.
And I saw something, and I read something, and I heard something. They say, if you're not ready for success, if you're scared to be talked about.
My, say that one more time.
You're not ready for success if you can't stand to be talked about. You can't front everybody that they talked about Jesus Christ, baby. Keep it moving. Long as you doing what you need to do, don't entertain it, because it only take a split second for your life to change. It's not worth it. And sometimes when you're trying to get your life together, you can't hang with the same people. You can't hang in the same places. And you can't be around people that can trigger you to going back to the old you. So sometimes you have to get by yourself and be by yourself and keep God with you and just keep pushing. That's what I do, because it don't, because I'm learning. It can take a small misunderstanding that cause some stuff to go down the wrong way. And we don't want that, y'all. We got enough, and we need more love. It's too much hate. We need more love, and a lot of hate is causing gun violence. Some people you ain't never met, but you don't like them. You know, sometimes you take time out just to get to know them. You might find out you do like them. And we can't just keep letting other people tell us who we can like and who we can't like.
All right, all right. Look, we got a statement here. Why do we have in this city to give the children a safe, fun place to go that's free? What community programs are in place? Community centers saved me as I was a child in Chicago.
Well, you got the community centers.
They're open.
They
wide
open. They wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And they not free, but it was enough money donated back here where it might be free, but it's only $25 for 6 to 8 weeks, and you can go to the mayor open up the community centers, so you can go to the community centers. It's the community centers. I think some of the boys club.
Boys and girls clubs are open.
Yeah, so it's some, and then if they old enough, get them a summer job. Let them make some money while they have some fun. It's some summer job programs that's available. So it's a lot. It's a lot out there, and the community centers. I think they did something back here in was it April where they did the registration, and it was a lot of people donated to Parks and Rec because they wanted to see the kids
have good summers.
Right. And let's just be honest for a minute. Some of the kids then been exposed to so much grown folk stuff that they don't want to do kid stuff. Yes. All kids don't want to go to the community center. But in my house, you know, you don't got no option.
You don't have no option.
But it just depends on how you run your household.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because some kids just don't want to be kids. They don't want to go to the community center. Because I had a nonprofit, what's her name? A nonprofit organizer tell me that she's right around now, and she have to go out there trying to recruit the kids, but the kids don't want to come.
Yeah.
So you got to get the kids that still want to be kids that want to attend these programs that you're talking about.
Yeah, and they're there. You can check out our Parks and Recreation Department. You can go to the city website at montgomeryal.gov. There's summer jobs out there. There's summer activities out there. There are programs out there. Parks and Recreations has summer programs. And think about this too. We're coming off of the pandemic too. So there's a lot of stuff that's still ramping up. So we got summer football leagues out there.
Some camps. Everybody
camps
doing
coming
some
up.
camps.
They're all out there.
Football camp, basketball camp. So it's something to keep your child, you know, going for the summer. And then if not that, send them to summer school for enrichment.
Yeah, we can do that. Summer enrichment program.
I mean, it's free.
Yeah.
We used to go to summer school and get out and then catch the serve at the community center, spend the rest of the day at the community center. I mean, the community center saved me as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was there and we did that, but you know, it's
and believe you me, it's what we're discovering in our research is a lot of it is not that services and activities aren't available. It's parenting that are not causing the kids to want to go to those services. And like Ro was saying, sometimes we give our children too many choices.
Right. We don't got no option in my house.
We didn't have no. We couldn't go no in our house. But yeah, Lakita, there are the summer programs out there. Check the city website. There's summer jobs out there. You can go out there and you'll see there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Yeah, because a lot of parents keep asking their parents, they're asking their kids what they want to do.
Yeah.
See, I ain't no asking in my house.
Look. Ro got a young one at home. All my kids grown. They out in college. But Ro got a young one at home, and she don't play with them. She don't play with them.
Look, I'm old school, so I got 3 that's grown. Then I have a little Tinkle. But I'm raising Tinkle like I raised the other 3 that's 30, 29, and 28.
That's
and
right.
I'm just being honest, and God gave me that little baby for a reason. I love him to death, but I have to raise him the way I raised the other one because I think they did just fine. They might not did everything right, but they did just fine, you know. So
yes.
I'm trying to raise him the same way, you know. So ain't no questions in my house. I have to tell him sometimes, look, I'm not them new modern day parent. Your mama old school. So, you know. This is what you gonna do.
This is what you don't have any options. But yeah, thank you, Lakita, for the question.
Good question.
Listen, it's a lot out there, and yeah, there's a lot out there that can be done. So go out to the city website, montgomeryal.gov, the Boys Club, other places like that. There are services out there that our kids can go to and have a good summer.
And when school starts, get these children involved with some of this, with some sports. outside of school. You know what I'm saying? Tire them out. So they be so tired when they get home, they don't want to do nothing but take that bath, eat, and go, go to bed and get ready for the next day. Sometimes you put them in some type of band, just some kind of activity. Once they leave school, they tire them out.
You make a good point, because we were talking to some principals and administrators, and it is hard to get the clubs, the extracurricular activities done. That's why our bands are so small.
Right.
The athletic teams are doing okay, but the other things around it, like the band,
the bands used to be huge.
They used to be huge.
Right. So we need to get back to some of that stuff. Look, stop getting them. Do you want to play? Do you want? No, you're going to play. I mean, you got to start getting them some. I mean, you just got to tell them that, because we got to tie them back out so they can stop using them idle minds to do crazy things that can cost them.
And build those relational skills.
Right.
Yeah, build those relational skills. But yeah, let's all be about solutions. We listen, we appreciate your time.
Yes.
We appreciate you being here with us. Listen, like and share the video.
And
go ahead.
We're gonna be out here.
Yeah, we're gonna be here.
We're gonna be coming back.
We're gonna
we're gonna be talking about, we're gonna keep putting it in y'all face.
Yep.
Wear your orange.
Wear your orange. Yes, that's it.
And not just this month, but next month we're gonna be celebrating gun. This just a month they set aside. But we're gonna be talking about gun violence all these other months, and because we gotta keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and talk to some of the people that we know are carrying these guns, and just tell them, sometimes put them away. We shouldn't have to see your gun.
Yeah. And even though we're open carry and we can do that, safety is still a great concern for us, and we want to save lives.
That's right. So National Gun Violence Awareness Month, June.
Yes.
We will be walking tomorrow at Dalraida. We will be meeting at Dalraida United Methodist Church at 10:30. We'll be assembling up to 11 o'clock, and then we'll start the walk. Y'all are very welcome. We want y'all to come out there.
Yeah.
Please come out there. Walk with us.
Yeah, we'd love to have you out with us. So come on out and let's be together. And man, let's make a difference. Remember, we can pray, but we got to be practical too.
And let's save lives. Let's save lives.
That's right.
Too many lives too many mothers burying their kids. Just too much of everything, y'all. Let's help save lives.
That's it. So listen, we appreciate having this time with you. We pray that you've enjoyed our discussion. Look forward to hearing more from us. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to share information. Partner with us. Let's work together and let's make a difference. Okay.
They got one more thing tomorrow. NWACP on Fred Gray.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can do that. There's a couple more things happening. Oh yeah, let me do that. Let me do that.
Go to the bottom. Go to the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the wear orange. Orange Day. That's gonna be happening at Mount Zion AME Zion Church. So come on out. You can do that. That will be at 10 from 10 to 2. We can do that. Now, if you're an early riser, and this one's really early, they're going to have prayer in Shakespeare Park at 6 a.m., 6 to 9. So there's a citywide prayer in the Shakespeare Park. So we're going to continue to share these events with you. You can get out and you can make a difference in your community beginning at 6 a.m. in the morning. But again, we're going to be a Stop the Violence rally.
Prayer walk tomorrow, too.
Oh, the one. Yeah, our Montgomery prayer walk. I'm sorry, I'm about to miss our Montgomery.
So it's a lot of things you could be doing tomorrow.
Yes, there we go. Our Montgomery prayer walk happens tomorrow. So you can do that tomorrow. It's going to be at Cloverdale Idlewild. It starts at 9 o'clock. So that's 3124 Cloverdale Road. You can do that. So we can get out here and let's make a difference, okay?
And I know I'm gonna say this before we go.
No, you're good. I'm good.
We so often think walking and we walk in the streets or whatever that it's useless, but it's not. Because while you out there in those streets, you meet all kind of people. Yes. You talk to all kind of young people. So the walks are not useless. If you could save one life out that walk, you did enough. The walk, everybody might have a different way or a different approach or how they do things, but this is how we're doing things. And sometimes the mission is in the streets, and you got to get out there where the people are. We're not just walking. we're talking. Some of the people need to get registered, for the vote. We get that done. So it's a lot goes along with just being out there.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said they'll be out there.
Yeah, at the 6 a.m. Yeah, Lakita Wilson, thank you. She shared that with us. Thank you for sharing that with the office, Lakita.
And then Shay Robinson got event.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget the outpouring. I can't forget the outpouring.
I mean, it's prayer all weekend,
oh,
y'all.
Man, yeah, it's a lot going on. Where's my outpouring event? I'm trying to find an outpouring flyer.
It's a lot going on. Get out and get involved. We can talk all day on the social media, but if we don't get out here and get involved, then what use of talking?
Yeah, but you can go out to our OVP page. Let me just put that one up. Yeah, that'll show you the evening of worship at it's going to be Sunday evening from 4 to 7. We'll be praying at 4, and then we'll have worship that begins from 5 to 7. Come out for the prayer session. Come out and be with us. It's going to be a great time. And I promise you, listen, us being together and us making a difference in the kingdom is going to be phenomenal. So let's do it.
Absolutely, Lakita. There's a lot of great things happening tomorrow. They just got to get out there and get involved.
That's right.
I mean, if you're not involved, if you're not putting toward the effort, then stop complaining.
That bro, I tell you, she gonna spank us in line every time. But I tell you, I love it. I love it. And listen, we're gonna keep working. Again, on behalf of our mayor and our city council, we thank God for allowing us this opportunity to do this. And Ro, thank you. Any closing comments?
That's it for me. Let's help save lives, y'all.
Let's help save lives. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Another one by Unrestricted Production.